Alright folks, welcome back. This is Mysterious JG and we are Let's Playing Romance of the Three Kingdoms 11. Just taken over Luo Yang and Wan in that last video, which basically means we've pushed the front line against Cao Cao back on, it's a wide enough border that we have that we have to capture quite a few cities in one shot to move the entire line, but we've done it. So, let's not let the momentum slip away entirely. Let's try to keep the pressure on Cao Cao, but at the same time, we are going to have to start rebuilding these cities that we've just crushed. So to that end, let's get some officers in here. Well, you know what? Maybe Zhang Ji can come up here and start working on this port. Well, start working nothing. Just take it in one shot. Why not? Meng Jin captured. More awesome, full-powered glory for Liu Bei and the forces of Shu. Alright. Mighty, you're probably not going to be that much of a use as a domestic unit anyway. So you can take a minute to destroy that thing. Meanwhile, Sun Wukong is going to take over the city. And I think he will continue to run the city, and probably until Zhuge Liang. Oh no, Zhao Yun will outrank Sun Wukong. Never mind. Speaking of which, though, it's actually probably time to check and see if we can do anything with ranks. It's been a while. Let's check out the Sovereign Command menu. "26 promotions, 4 demotions." Well, I mean, we've had people taking cities. Some deeds have increased. Of course, nepotism. Guan Yu and Zhang Fei are the first ones to get promoted every time. Every time. And Sui's going to be North Officer of Subjugation. Not bad at all. Jing Sai has been promoted to South Officer of Defense. Xiao Yun is East Officer of Defense. Ma Tang is the West Officer of Defense. Xu Shu is, I don't think, been promoted. He's North Officer of Wait, I don't get it necessarily. I think it's pretty cool that Jing Sai is now almost as highly ranked as Xiao Yun, I mean. But, they both took cities here recently. Pang Day is getting promoted because he's a pretty big badass. Liu Zhang is... But why does Liu Zhang have so many deeds? I don't know. Mr. Sirius is the West Commander now. Ma Yunlu will be the Officer of Prisoners. Wang Zhang, who has not betrayed me in this LP, unlike in Grimmeth's R's LP of Romance of the Three Kingdoms 6, I think he's playing. Yeah, so he's getting a promotion up to Officer of Strategy. He's going to welcome me to the world of strategy. Mi Zhu! That's Liu Bei's wife, if I'm not mistaken, and I very well could be. That might be Mi Shu. But somebody's the records secretary. Pancake's guy's getting a promotion. Though once again, I don't know that he's even watching this. I hate you, Jen, Sun Wukong, Leg Lego, Bernard. This is the created officer list right here. They're all getting promotions. Doom Screamy's getting promoted. Everybody's doing pretty good. I'm giving you all a chance to see where you are in the rankings. Zhang Hong is an officer. I don't think he got promoted. Cheng Quinn got demoted. Ooh, sorry, buddy. Had to make room for people like Vulture Bobo to become an officer. Shi Grimmeth, still an officer. JG Mystery is merely an officer. I've got to do something about my career path, folks. I'll never be the president of the company at this rate. Unless I get a nice job in sales or something and then really turn that whole division around. Alright. So now this city desperately needs to be rebuilt. Wan, what facilities have you got? You've got a market and a smith that survived. If I put a mint here, I can get 3 markets, maybe even 4 on that. I need a granary with 3 farms on it, probably. Does that leave me anywhere else to build? I got some stuff over here. Oh. If I put a granary here, I can put 3 or 4 farms around it. Get some technology stuff here. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. Doom Screamy, Leg Lego, Pancake Sky, my fine created officers. I want you to get a granary going here so we can get some food before my army frickin' starves. You won't let me down. I know you won't. Jushu, one of my favorite officers, and Falger, one of my favorite Let's Players. You guys get some farms going here. Meanwhile, I Hate You Zhen is going to hang out with the Guans, Guan Yu and Guan Ping! They're, can get to working on a mint. That will take a little while. Hopefully I will not be attacked. Got a market going. That will take a while too, because I'm now down to using war officers, but... yeah, Mr. Serious is, okay, Mr. Serious, why don't you, I feel bad that you didn't get to, you didn't get to help out with destroying the city. Or at least you didn't get any credit for it. So why don't you herp-derp your way over to Wu Gate and destroy that for me. There's a good boy. Alright, back down here. Got a couple people free. Somebody must have finished their building assignment. Yeah, Miss Brandon Elmana, Jing Tsai, and Guan Ping and Guan Yu, please come down here and work with me. I'm sick of Brandon Elmana. He's got an attitude. And he's like, no, I don't. I'm doing my best, my lord. I'm not your lord, I'm your lady. Well, I'm not talking to you. Fine. Whatever, I don't even care. I just have to deal with life without Guan Ping nearby. I think I decided that I was going to do a mint with 3 markets. I've got a granary going with farm. Just 2 farms. I'm going to have to get rid of that and turn it into a farm at some point. And just have a barracks and probably a blacksmith. And I'm not going to be making siege weapons at this city, folks. It's just I'm going to have to live without being able to produce siege weapons in this one city. Order is still pretty good, so let's develop, or I mean drill with Guangzhou and Zhuhai. Got all my officers here up to something. Got 1 officer here, the person who actually took the city on the last turn, Mass Songer. You can send out a, you know, a proclamation to calm the populace. That's what is done in these situations. No, we're not ready to conclude yet. You guys, in the meantime, recruit and inspect. And that will be it for this turn. And, yeah, I'm not really feeling any pressure from Cao Cao. Let's take a quick... I think I did this near the end of the last... or 2 videos ago I did this, but, we're both regents. But I now have a larger army than he does. I've got more troops. I've had more officers for a while now, but now I've got more troops. And, he's got more of every Wappet category. But, it just feels nice to know I've got more troops. I've got more expenses. I've got more revenue. He's got a little more gold overall, but I now have more gold coming in than he does. I got more food coming in than he does. I've won the game, folks. I've pretty much won the game. Let's, what can we do? We can track this transport unit, or we can watch the exciting battles. Well, he's trying to get a force of some size going here. But let's watch the exciting battles between Wei and Wu. Ji Hao Dun and Lu Jun, excuse me, down here. They are some pretty big names in Three Kingdoms, China. Of course, the biggest names in Three Kingdoms, China were guys like Zhang Mancheng, who had like 3 names. Pretty awesome. Just totally whiffed your tactic there. No, it didn't. I just heard that sound. I thought it was like the whiff sound. Zhou Tai, at least, has remained loyal. You guys didn't even attack? You totally wasted your turn. Troop strength in Shenliu is somewhat thin. If you can find an opening, how about targeting them? What would you have done at this time? Would it involve me surrendering again? I mean, I'm willing to do that now. Liu Zhang really did not want to surrender to us, despite us Just completely having defeated and crushed his armies. He was like, nope, I'm gonna hang around in this final non-Mon city here in the corner. Much better city than I gave it credit for being, of course. Grimmeth, I believe, pointed out this city has like a ludicrous number of slots for development. It's got huge amounts of gold being generated. Huge amounts of food. It is, after all, like your main city if you try to play as the non-Mon. But it's also too freaking far away from the rest of China to really be that useful. I mean, you know, I've got 3 officers there. That I'm sure that this place has tons of stuff. Well, no, it's only got about 3,000 gold, so they must have sent out a supply train recently. But like 47,000 food. And how many troops? It's got 20,000 troops in it, man. It's what kind of weapons has it got? Why do I care? I'm curious. City info. Liu Zhang himself is running the show, and they've got like 15,000 crossbows, 15,000 pikes. They've got a ship. They're building rams over there. They're building all sorts of crazy shit. And what are they doing with it? Nothing. Of course they're doing nothing. There's nothing for them to do. They're on the other end of China, one of the largest countries in the world, from you know, where everything's happening. All right, so anyway, I mean, I don't know why I'm acting all angry about it, but it is kind of weird. Okay, let's get you guys back to where you once belonged. I guess I'll let Cao Cao hold that gate for now. I don't care. I will eventually get around to taking that gate back, but I'm not back. I've never held that gate before, but well, maybe I'll just start working on it. Just to keep the old action blood flowing. Who have I got in this unit? Like 3 guys. Yeah, Ma Chao's. Oh, you know what? I really should have pulled them back. Pang Tong would be a good officer for getting this city rebuilt. That was actually kind of dumb, but oh well. Hey, the mint is still intact. Awesome. If I had to pick one, and a granary is still intact. Beautiful. This is great. Those are some facilities that take some time to rebuild. I am very happy not to have to worry about that. There's Mi Shi. So yeah, it's Mi Shi, not Mi Ji, who is Liu Bei's wife. I was getting a little confused about who was who there. I'm sure that they would be able to sort it out, though. Shi, Grimmeth, and Vulture Bobo, and Sun Wukong. Just pretend Sun Wukong is JG Mystery, and you've got the 3 sworn brothers working together to build a farm. Very important farm. This city needs to get some food coming in fast. It's got a very big army that's just sitting here. Alright, not too bad. Not too bad. Alright, Mr. Serious. See what your deeds are. Who's got a lot of deeds? Who's got a lot of deeds? You've got a lot of deeds, Mr. Serious. That's really just rude if I'm acting like he's a developmentally challenged person and I'm talking to him like he's a dog. Anyway, he's got 20,090 deeds. Let's see if we can improve that a little bit. Yeah, I've become Mr. Serious. I can't even focus on the gate properly. He is the enemy of all undefended gates in the land, Mr. Serious. He has taken another gate, because nothing can stop Mr. Serious from taking gates, except possibly any manner of defenses. Yeah, it was worth another 1,000, and looks like 20 deeds. Not sure why it was worth 1,020 deeds to take that gate, but it was. And it gets rid of that one stupid looking little blue spot in the middle of my glorious green empire. This is the most densely, well, I mean, a lot of this is gates and stuff, not cities, but yeah, this is one of the most, like, productive areas of China, and I've just taken it over. Cao Cao is thoroughly fucked at this point. It's going to take a long time to break him, but it's pretty much inevitable now. it will eventually happen. I'd love to take Jiangjia just so that I wouldn't have the stupid red tendrils poking into my territory, but Wu is already... yeah, look at this. Hamdingers is using our port because we're still allies, but they've got a tower right here. That's not to defend against South-South, folks. They know what's coming. You can't win by diplomacy in this game. We are going to go to war with Wu. The only thing that could have possibly prevented that is if Wei killed Wu before we did, and now that's pretty much not a possibility. Wei just cannot afford to send the forces down here that they would need to use to do that, and they've been pretty unsuccessful against Wu anyway, so... Now, as close as Runan looks like it is to Jiangjia, it is a real pain in the ass for them to fight, so all the fighting's going on over here. And despite the fact that these cavalry should have torn right through these pikes and killed... I mean, they've been using fire attacks. Wei has been kind of stupid about how they've responded. Wu is actually doing a pretty good number on Wei. The biggest city that Wei has, however, is right here. You might want to have some troop strength similar to that going on up here, but you don't. Anyway. What am I doing? I need to get things straightened out in Jinyi. Alright, well, I've got a mint coming in here, so I'm going to need a market here. I think I've already decided I need to get rid of this workshop and build another farm. Oh, this is gonna suck, folks. I always hate to lose action points and technique points on this, but don't have a choice. Gotta get another farm in there. With this many troops in the city, I'm probably... Let me see, do I have... It does say that I'm food sufficient. Well, it always says food sufficient, even if your food use is greater than your harvest, which it is here. As long as you brought in enough food that you're not going to run out on this very turn. So it's not really that useful. It doesn't tell you if you have a net food income, which is kind of what that should mean, I would think. Anyway, they might be ready to attack before anyone else is, because of the 3 cities that I took. Not only did I take this one first, but it doesn't have that many facilities, so I can't really spend that much time rebuilding this city. 40 days. I've got Mengwo. Yeah, I've got like Mengwo, Weian, and Guangzhou. It's like it's kind of like what do you call it? Like Tarzan, Tonto, and Frankenstein singing "Merry Christmas" or Jingle Bells or whatever. And that's like these guys are going to build a market together. It's like must build market. Yes, build market, delicious market. And Guangzhou's like, I don't have a personality, but I'm dumb. And off they go to build a market. Now I could, just for the hell of it, have these two and Zhurong. Zhurong is the brains of this outfit, folks. Could have them get to work on our blacksmith that we're gonna need, but it's gonna take them 90 days to build it. Yeah, let's find something else for you guys to do. Do inspections, but will's at orders at 97. That's good enough. Let's get the will up a little higher. Hopefully it will be at 120 by the time they are ready to actually march. When they march, I think I'm going to have them march on Zhuchang. Let Wei and Wu fight over Runan for a little bit longer. It will be, and that will mean that Liu Bei, along with Jing Tsai and the other officers in that group, but Liu Bei will be leading the group that personally rescues the Emperor. How do you like that, folks? How do you like that? These guys are coming down here to reinforce that city. I don't know what you got with you, 7,000 gold. Well, I mean, I'm sure it'll help, but it's not going to be enough. And I'll probably need to recruit some more troops and do some stuff like that. Can I, let's see something. I thought so. can't send 30,000 troops. Because this city can only hold 10,000. So... okay. This is what's important. Let's get enough food to take care of these guys for a long time to come. And, might as well move all that crap over there, too. This city will probably end up reasonably soon. I'm going to put it into a computer-controlled district. But let's get some good gear to Jinyi. Hopefully, once I get it in a district, the computer will assign some officers here who can take advantage of the fact that it's producing shit tons of food and gold. Awesome. It is a really good city. It is not as good a city as Chang'an, which is like the fucking awesomest city ever. That isn't Chengdu. Possibly some of the cities I haven't seen yet in Cao Cao's capital district. But, Chang'an has like a lot of officers in it. If I put these cities together in the same district, I think there will be some sharing of those officers between Chang'an and I keep forgetting the name of the city here. Jiangyang, yeah. But no, you guys are about to get a big old influx of troops, so I will not be recruiting new troops here. Let's be like drilling and getting everything ready to go. And the troops that are coming are already drilled up and have a will of 120. So that's pretty awesome. Yep, things are going really well, folks. Really pretty darn well. The next turn, I might want Chang'an to send some troops and gear over here to reinforce Luoyang, which seemed to have lost a lot more of the attackers. I had much higher casualties taking that than I seem to have taking Wan, which makes sense because Wan has Cao Cao has been taking a beating, and the city of Wan has been like ready to fall for a very long time. They keep reinforcing it. Every time they thought they had enough to get an attack going, I crushed them. But yeah, you already know that story. I don't need to revisit that. Yeah, so let's end this turn. And I meant to go down here and check out the awesome battles between Wei and Wu, but let's watch this transport unit instead. Double check on where it's heading. Did I see them say something about spreading rumors in Wan? I don't know what's going on there. So it tells you. Troops like the Runan is very weak. Let's look for the opportunity to capture this. Runan, I wouldn't be that surprised. Yeah, 17,000 troops. Okay, they're pretty weak. And in theory, I could send Jinyi to attack Runan. Runan could be a thorn in my side, but I would think I would rather push on to Zhuchang. Why not take that's a bigger target, easily. Now, Wan could attack Zhuchang, while Liu Bei's forces in Jinyi could move on Runan. Wan needs a little time to rebuild, and I want to hurry up and get the Emperor back. And Qin Liu is going to be the next target for Luoyang. But Luoyang needs time to rebuild too. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and go after Zhuchang next. And, you know, these guys are close enough to the border with Wu that I think they're going to be kind of distracted. Shen Liu is pretty weak too. I mean, yeah, Cao Cao he doesn't have the troops anywhere to really do anything. He's got 100,000 troops in GAP. Why the fuck aren't you sending these guys to the front line, man? They're in District 1. You should be sent. Oh man, I don't know what they're thinking about, but this city should be like. They should be recruiting here like gangbusters, but they should be sending those troops to other cities. That is the next city I think that's going to take some doing to crack. Xiao Pei, I don't know how to pronounce it, and I've had a lot of people criticizing my pronunciation. If it really hurts your ears to hear me pronouncing the names this way, Sorry, but I'm probably not going to get a whole lot better, so just be warned, I suppose. But yeah, that is going to be the next city where I'm going to have a real tough time of it, probably. Now that you're here, I guess we'll just keep you guys attacking that gate. Even though I've already decided I really should have pulled you back. But I didn't, so let's just, like, it's going to take you a few more turns, so you might as well just finish it off. How much gold? And yeah, I don't have a lot of gold or food here, so it's not really worth retrieving. Oh, Zhuge Liang, on the other hand, has still got his exciting journey to complete of conquering all these ports. Oh man, that plate's actually managed to survive. I think I'll quick take that and then come back and get this on my way back. Alright, Luo Yang's got one officer who is not doing anything yet. That would be Zhang Ji. Not sure why he's not doing anything. But he can calm the populace. Meanwhile, in Yan, I've got a couple of guys who aren't doing anything. Well, let's get Mr. Sirius back into town. Almost, but did not quite make it. Alright. Got a mint here so I can get 2 more markets going, probably. Another farm or 2. How many facilities am I going to have room for in this place? Got room for 15 facilities, so I could get... If I had a granary with 4 farms, that's 5, and then a market, mint with 4 markets, that would be 10. I'd have room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd have room for 1 of everything. Or I could forget about the shipyard and have like 2 barracks. Yeah, but either way, there's no point in not having 5 farms and 5 markets in a city this big. So let's get going on that. Which would mean getting rid of this blacksmith, but, you know. Alright. Calm the populace! That's my new catchphrase. Drill the troops and calm the populace. Wow, there's a lot of officers whose loyalty needs to be improved. It's half my action points. And I haven't really tried to employ any of the captured officers yet. You're a dick. You're a dick. This guy might actually want to join us, though. Yeah! Can actually get somebody in my force. Awesomeness. Alright, well, let's, on that note, it might take a while to find and track down that guy and hire him, but let's end the video there. And I've got a lot of prisoners I need to start recruiting, but, it would be nice if I could actually get, can't talk. Nice if I could get those cities built up first. Although hiring those officers would give me more officers to do that, but... So yeah, I'm trying to remember on the next, in the next video, to actually start trying to recruit some of those guys. But for right now, we're ending this one. When we come back, folks, some of those cities have a lot more building left to do, but like Jinyi is pretty close to being done, which means that we might see another army on the move pretty soon, folks. And that army, I should say, is going to be heading for Zhuchang to rescue the Emperor. That's going to be a huge, life-changing, well, not really. The Emperor is not as big and prominent a part of the game in 11 as he is in, like, say, Rise of the Three Kingdoms 6, which I've never seen. I've never played, but I've seen it LP'd, and he can be a real pain in the ass. And he can be a real boon, but in this game he's just kind of a disaster. So anyway, folks, we'll see about getting the Emperor back in future videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.